Welcome to the Impactful Entrepreneur Show with Adrienne Hill, a place for online business industry expertise and thought leadership, where you can build the skills, structure, and systems you need to thrive in business and have a lasting impact in your industry. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another amazing mastermind session. I'm super geeked out about this one. We are here with the one and only Kristen Robinson. She is a lead generation specialist of Explode Your Audience, and she helps online coaches grow their email list so they can fill their online courses and programs. Kristen is also a military spouse. Her husband, Lamont, serves in the United States Marine Corps, and when she's not working or attending a family day for her husband's unit, she's playing with her black lab hound mix puppy, Chow. I think hopefully I said that right. I can't wait to see pics. Taicho of this sweet little
I'll explain in a minute.
And today she's here to talk to us about systematizing explosive online giveaways, which is a really cool strategy I've been dying to dig into. So I can't wait to pick her brain. I'm super excited that you're here, Kristen. Welcome.
Thank you. So so for all you, because I get this all the time from when I'm on summits and stuff like that. So Taicho is Japanese for captain. So if you translate my dog's name, her name is Captain Robinson.
That is the best. Oh my gosh, I love that. How unique. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Well, before we geek out on all things online giveaways, in case anyone in the audience is meeting you for the first time, you want to tell us just a little bit about you and how is it that you found yourself in this space of becoming like the queen of online giveaways? Spill it.
So it's honestly our unique lifestyle. So I'm a military spouse. We move every 3 years. So unlike most of you who are like, okay, I'm stuck in this one place, I move every 3 years. That means I change time zones sometimes. That means I go to islands. We lived in Hawaii, all those kinds of things. So literally being online is very essential to our lifestyle. Like I can't have a brick and mortar or, network like some people, like you're in a networking group or things like that. Those are not really options for me. Okay. So I had to be online. So when I started my business, I was going to be online. So most military spouses actually get a job. For me, that was very hard to do because, well, you got to quit the job and go to the next job in 3 years. Yeah. So I didn't really want to be doing that, job hopping every 3 years. So I started my business online. Fast forward, I'm online, right? And I needed to generate leads. And I'm like, wow, I've been participating in online giveaways since about 2018. It was the Wild West back then, you guys. I mean, literally like tumbleweeds Wild West. In about, I would say 2019, I was getting 2018, I was getting serious about online giveaways. I've been doing them for a few years, actually in 2015. I take that back. I was doing them in 2015, but got serious in 2018. And I remember doing an online giveaway where I got 500 opt-ins. And I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And I don't know why this thought popped in my head, but thank goodness was, well, if I got 500 opt-ins, what did the host get? Right? It was kind of like, wait a minute, hold on a second. And one of my favorite quotes is like, well, I got a slice of the pie, but I want the whole pie. And I just started thinking about it like, if 500 is a slice, what's the whole entire pie? Like, I want the whole entire pie. Like, that's what I want. So I decided to host my first online giveaway. And so I did back in 2019. And I got 700 opt-ins. And I'm like, oh, this is great.
I mean, this is what I want to do. Who doesn't want hundreds and hundreds of opt-ins like that?
So it was 770 total. But then when you check out the unsubscribes and all that, it was like 740-ish, 750-ish net. And I was like, And so then I did another one that December. So the first one July, I did one in December, and I'm like, yeah, this is going to be a thing. And ever since that December, I have done a list building event every 90 days since then. Every 90 days, we're doing some kind of list building event, primarily a giveaway, but I've never looked back from doing it every 90 days.
That is amazing. So you just systematized it into your business. It became a regular part of how you work. And specifically, it's the best strategy you found to work around the fact that you move all the time. You might be in a different time zone all the time. You can't really commit to like being on camera in certain windows, or like you kind of need something that runs behind the scenes, gives you a ton of leads, but it's not reliant on your time zone.
Exactly. Because I mean, when I tell you guys I've tried everything. I've tried everything. And you have to remember so we're what you call summer movers. We move in the summer. Mm-hmm. And, remember, I'm going from, depending on where I'm going, I'm like literally in hotels, like a different hotel every 3 or 4 days. So let's be real. We all been in hotels. Wi-Fi is not reliable. So I can't. So and honestly, there have been days where I don't have internet because we're driving all day. So I mean, when I tell you like summer just is a ruckus in my business, I need like I said, I need something reliable that I can literally just be like, okay, I'm on the road and I don't have to worry about people coming into my world or buying, right? Like I have this system set up where people are coming into my world, they're coming onto my email list, and I can literally relax or enjoy or at least organize my move as we go, or what other summer events happen, during the summer. So,
well, what I love about this is there's so many benefits of this type. So this type of list building activity. So I'm sure there's some people in the audience that are like, what? You're getting hundreds of leads and how fast? Like all at once? And I'm sure there's other people that are like, you don't even need Wi-Fi. You're in and out of hotels. You don't have to be on camera. Like what? Right. So there, or maybe there's others who are like, I want all of it. Like I want all of it. Right. And I know collaborative events can be so powerful for business. And so many people are just blind to that side of building. And so I love collaborative events, and I've been specifically interested myself in learning more about giveaways. So I can't wait to dig in. So for those watching who are like, a giveaway, a what? Can you just give us like, break it down from the top? What is an online giveaway?
So an online giveaway is a collaborative event, hopefully with 20 or plus people. You do a mini version, but 20 plus or more is really what's going to turn the needle for you. And basically everyone is offering a free gift. And when you call them contributors because they're contributing a free gift. And all the people who contribute a free gift also promote said event. It's very much similar to a virtual summit, like what you're watching now. The only difference is there are no interviews. That's how I tell people, there are no interviews. So, you go to Summit, you see interviews, you see free gifts. A giveaway just is basically a virtual summit stripped of its interviews. Everyone's still promoting, everyone still does social media posts, but everyone comes in and grabs a free gift, grabs the free gift that is available.
So these free gifts that are being promoted, are they like freebies, lead magnets? Are they things that people normally charge money for, but they made it free specifically for the event? Like, talk to me a little bit about that.
So it can be both. So I have the ones I host are for free gifts, because it's a little easier to actually, when you host your own, you will find it's a lot easier to start with those types of giveaways. You start getting a little fancy when you're like, oh, everyone offers a course and it's free because, people have to deal with checkouts and coupon codes, and it gets a little hairy in that situation. But yes, the thing about online giveaways, what I like is it doesn't matter what the free gifting is. We have actually done an event where we offered coaching calls. Like you sign up and you get to grab a coaching call. It doesn't matter what the free thing is offered, but start with a free gift. Those are the common ones. It makes it easier, but they're all different types of things that you can offer: free courses, things like that.
Yeah, I love it. So talk to me about, why would you want to host one as opposed to just participate in one? And I know you hinted at that before, but like, talk to us a little bit about numbers and metrics of like, what's the real genius behind hosting?
So what a lot of people don't know, and this is something I really want people to know, is that, again, when you're participating, it's a slice of a pie, right? Think of your favorite pie. I like sweet potato pie. You want the whole pie. You want to eat the whole pie, right? And some people just go, oh, I'll just eat the slice and be polite. It's like, no, you want the whole pie. Let's be real. You want the whole pie.
You want the whole
thing. And for those of you who want the whole pie, that's what you want. And let me just put this in numbers, like you said. If you've ever participated in an online giveaway, you probably don't know this. And if you never have, well, then obviously you don't. But if you are participating in an online giveaway, you're getting anywhere between 5 to 20% of what the host got. So let's wrap your brain around that. So remember, I told you, I decided, I was like, wow, I got 500 opt-ins. So you'll just do a little math. If I got 500 opt-ins, and that's 20% of what the host got, host probably got 10,000, right? Like think about that for a second. Like, wait a minute, what? So it's a completely different game when you're hosting versus you're participating. Because when you're participating, just like a summit, when you sign up, the host gets all the opt-ins, right? All the speakers just get a piece. So if you're participating in an online giveaway, you're just getting a piece. You're just getting that small sliver. But if you're the host, you're getting every single opt-in that comes through, right? totally different game, especially if some of you want to launch, you're getting ready for your online course to go out. You want to start a funnel, whatever it is, where you need a large flow of people to come in. That's when it starts making a really huge difference. And also just the time, because people go, oh, well, an online giveaway takes time. It does. Now, I'm not saying you have to be like me and do it every 90 days. A lot of my clients do it once a year or twice a year. But to just imagine how many online giveaways you have to participate in to equate that same amount of numbers. So, for example, if this host got 10,000, right, and I got 500, think about how many online giveaways I have to do just to get that same 10,000. Yeah. Versus in 90 days, I could just get 10,000 and just be done with my whole year. And that's my list for the whole year. So a lot of people don't understand there is more work involved in hosting, but for many people, they just have to do it once or twice. And that's their whole list building for the whole entire year. Versus if you're participating, it's something you're probably doing once a month or at least once every other month. And that's the huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's totally worth it.
It really is. And honestly, doing the math, it equates up to about the same because you have to promote online giveaway when you're participating. You got to put your free gift together. You got to make sure. So when you're doing all of that multiplied times 5 versus hosting it, it literally is, when you think about it, it's just like, if you do one online giveaway a year, like participating, and you just host one online giveaway, it's literally, we've measured it, it's about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
It really is.
Participating in 5 or more.
Exactly. In 12.
Like, why not just host one? Yes. Yeah. And it's absolutely possible to go from 0 people on your email list to multiple thousands with a single giveaway.
It is. A lot of my clients grow anywhere between 600 to over 1,000 when they do theirs.
I mean, so getting 1,000 leads all at once, I mean, who doesn't want that? Especially if you're like, oh, I want to launch my course, I want to launch my program, right? Like, why not launch it off the back of a massive list build like that? Like, it's kind of just a no-brainer.
Then that's exactly what I do.
Yeah,
exactly what I do. Right.
So for the people watching who are mind blown and maybe they haven't heard of this before, or they've heard of it and they're like, I'm finally going to get the scoop on this, right? So what do you really need if you want to host an online giveaway? Like, what are the requirements?
So obviously the number one thing you need is an email marketing tool, right? And so most people already have it. The thing I find is there are 5 tools you need, and most people already have them. They're just not using them in this capacity. So you need an email marketing tool. That's number one, because you got to get emails onto your email list, right? You have to have one of those. You need landing page software. It could be your website. If you want to run one on your website, I have a couple of clients who do that, where they run it on their website. You can do that. I prefer you use something like lead pages, ClickFunnels, something like that, where you can get actual metrics that you don't have to think about. That's really important. You need a shopping cart. One of the things I love about online giveaways is you get paid to grow your email list. People pay you to be a part of these. So you need a shopping cart or PayPal, right? Either way, you need that. I used to say this was optional, but not anymore. Is you need your own domain name. You want to be professional. So that means, yes, you have to go out and buy xnamegiveaway.com or whatever you want to call it, for your domain name. So you're going to need that. And then the 5th thing you're going to need is something to track, right? You want to make sure you track people's promotional efforts, like they're actually promoting, people are actually clicking on it. You want something to track with. So those are really the 5 things you need. I'm not saying there may be things you want, but there are 5 things you need. Again, if you want to add bells and whistles, you can, but those are 5 things you really need to host an online giveaway.
Yeah. And most people, I mean, if they're watching this, if they're catching this session, they probably have those things and they're realizing, like, wait a minute, I already have everything I need. Like, exactly. Yeah. So obviously all of the speakers who participate get a list build, right? Because as people are opting into whatever their free gift is, that's how they're growing their email list. Are they incentivized with anything else, or is that usually enough for them to want to sign up?
So for our giveaways, we actually, and not a lot of people do this, but we actually host contests. So we have a most referrals contest, right? If people want to refer people, we have a referral contest. We have a most opt-ins contest. So obviously whoever gets the most opt-ins, there's a prize for that. And we also decided to have a most conversion list. And that's because not a lot of people get a lot of opt-ins, but we wanted to add something for the person who has that good quality list, right? You're gonna have a good conversion. So we have a most conversions contest. for our online giveaways. So those are the 4 contests that we have to incentivize people to promote. So we
Yeah.
have people who just want to promote because they know their list build, and some people get that competitive edge and they're like, I want that prize, and they go after it. And
Yeah.
it's really cool to see that too.
Yeah, that's amazing. So when you say conversions, you're meaning like of how many clicks they drove to the event, how many people actually opted in, like that
Yes,
conversion? Yeah.
exactly. Hmm.
Yeah, that's amazing. So I know some people are going to be wondering, so I got to ask,
Yeah.
if the whole premise is set up around the idea of giving away these free gifts,
Mhm.
are you just attracting freebie seekers? Like, I gotta
Okay,
ask.
no, that's a valid question because I do get that question.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, you know, you are going to get some people, okay, it happens. Let's be completely honest here. There are going to be people who grab the free gift and unsubscribe. There are going to be people, and my husband reminded me of this the other day. He's like, did you have someone that said free giveaways at gmail.com? I'm like, yep. You're going to get people who are like that. But I will tell you, from generating literally, you know, over 6 figures in my business, most of the people who buy my high ticket things, right? That, you know, that $5,000 thing that you have in your business come from my online giveaway. Okay. The freebie seekers actually are the people who buy the high ticket thing that I have.
Yeah.
Do they buy the low ticket thing? Absolutely. But I will tell you, like it's been, we've talked about this, launching something on the back end. So one of my most, I don't know if you call it popular funnels, is hosting an online giveaway that goes into a 3-day or 1-day virtual event, offering my $5,000 thing.
Mhm.
And the people from that giveaway that just signed up on my email list like 30 days ago are buying that $5,000 thing. They didn't even take a course. I'm telling you, people, they just straight up came in the thing. Oh, I want a ticket for this thing. Bought the ticket for the event and purchased the $5,000 thing. No course, no program. Like, nope, I'm in. I'm in. And that is literally how I've had literally multi, what do you call it? I don't know, $15,000, $10,000 months with my virtual events because of that huge list build that comes in, all these leads, they come into this event, and boom, that's it.
Yeah.
Like
So
in
they
my
are
total
going from cold to sold on high ticket offers
in
within a
30 to
month at
60
times.
days. Yeah, with the 30 to
Yeah.
60 days. Yeah.
So sure, you get some freebie seekers, but they're not all freebie seekers.
No, they're not. And, you know, it's one of my latest clients. We were talking about that because she literally came in. Well, she actually made a pit stop. She bought my low ticket workshop, then bought a ticket to the event and joined at the event. And I asked her, I was like, you know, you're on my list for like literally like 45 days. Like, what made you? She goes, I don't know. You had what I wanted to grow my audience. This sounded great. I bought the workshop. I loved you. I loved the event. There was nothing else. Like, there was nothing else. Sounds great.
You
That's
gave
what I
me
did.
what I needed, so I bought it.
Exactly. And it's amazing how that happens. You know, we're just like, oh, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to get freebie. Well, you're going to get some, but remember,
Yeah.
there are people who actually want what you need. And that free gift is really just an audition, right? It's like, okay, do they present themselves? I find that most people, this is a hilarious thing, they don't go through my free gift. They are interested in the emails and they just want to see what I'm going to say afterwards. That's really what they want to see. They're like, is this the right person for me? They're not even looking at that free gift. They're just like, this sounded good. What are you going to say to me? Like, what are you going to say?
Yeah. Which is
Mhm.
incredible. And it just goes to show, like, if you're truly fixing someone's problems and meeting their needs, they're going to buy whether they've been on your list for 2 days or 2 years. I mean, and if you can move them through in 30 days or less and get hundreds or thousands all in one fell swoop, like, why wouldn't you do it?
Exactly.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. So I know people are probably realizing, like, wait a minute, I want to do this. So when is a good time to host one? Are there certain like blackout zones or like ideal hotspots, or is it kind of just free for all? It works as just as good any time of the year. Anything we need to know about that?
Yeah, so I like to say there are giveaway seasons. Okay, so
Mm.
there's seasons. So you have your spring season,
Mhm.
March to May. March, and in that season of March to May, March is the most popular.
Mm,
Okay.
okay.
You also have your summer season, which it's funny, I say summer, June, it's not that far off from May, but June is
Mhm.
also a popular month. So you got March to May, then you have June is like your summer.
Mhm.
You have, believe it or not, fall, it doesn't really happen. You'll have a couple in the fall, but it's just not, you don't see as many. It's not as popular.
Okay.
December, oh my goodness. December is the month. For those of you who want to participate, in online giveaways. December is the month. I'm just letting you know that. But if you're hosting, be aware of December. We were just talking about this. December of last year, I counted, I don't know, 14, 16, I don't know, somewhere in there. And I'm just talking about the ones that came across my email, like my emails, like, hey, I'm hosting a giveaway. Hey, I'm hosting a giveaway. Or hey, join my giveaway. Like 14. That's insane. I'm like, how did we get 14 in a month? How did we do that as an industry? Like, how did we do it? I don't know. But those are just the seasons. But I will say the best time is when you're getting ready to launch something.
Yeah.
Regardless of what time it is, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of people say, well, I don't want to do my giveaway in December. You just said it's the busiest month. I'm going to tell you though. Again, I do one every 90 days. I will tell you right now, hands down, our December one is the biggest one. That is when we get the most opt-ins. That's when we get closest to like 800 or more is when we do the December one. And you're probably going, well, how does that happen? It's because when you have contributors who are promoting your thing, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. Your contributors are focused on your giveaway event. So it doesn't matter, when yours is. Mm-hmm. So I will say that. So the best time is whenever you know that you're going to launch something, or you want to promote this, or you want people in your private coaching, like you need a cash injection, right? And you're like, okay, it's going to be this month. Mm-hmm. Host your online giveaway at least maybe 30, maybe 60 days, depending on how you nurture or how you sell. 30 to 60 days in advance, so you get that good flood of leads in, and then get them to your offer.
Yeah. And it kind of makes sense. December is the month where people are in the gift giving and gift receiving mode. So for them to just hop online and browse a bunch of free gifts, like it makes sense. It's congruent with the season, right? Yeah. So, but really, anytime you're pre-launch is a great time.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's a great way to build your list. And you can do it without necessarily having to be on camera, per se.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you want to add a camera element, you can. I'm just saying you can. But yeah, we don't. Yeah, there's no videos. Yeah. There's no videos of camera.
So I know some people, especially for the introverts, they're like, yes. Right? Like maybe they're loving that idea of, wait a minute, I can collab with a bunch of cool people and I can get a huge list build and I can launch something. And I don't have to be the extroverted on camera person. Like, what? That's amazing. I mean, I know a lot of people feel that way. And it's a great way to dip your toe into like the world of collaborations. And I think people generally are becoming more and more aware of this as a strategy. And so when they're invited to participate, it's not so much like, what is this? What are you talking about? It's more like, oh yeah, like I trust you. I would do that with you, for sure. Yeah. So I know you teach tons of clients this strategy. Of course, you use it regularly every 90 days for a really long period of time now. But you teach everyone from like baby brand new beginners all the way to people, more experienced. So what types of results have you seen your clients get? Not just like opt-ins on the front end and that kind of stuff, but like using it to fuel a launch on the back end. Like any cool stories you want to share with us about what you've seen possible with this strategy?
So this was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. And so for some of you, let's just ride the road of collaboration, right?
Yeah.
So one of my clients did an online giveaway and she got over 1,000 opt-ins. And she actually went into a launch where she was promoting somebody else, right? She was an affiliate for a launch for Ryan Levesque's launch. So if you get who Ryan Levesque is, obviously he's a big multi-seven-figure person. So, right, kind of a big deal that she's going to be this. And would you believe she cracked the top 5 in opt-ins and cracked the top 10 in sales? I could have never been so proud. Like, I feel like a proud little mom. Like, oh, look at my baby, right? Like,
yeah.
And of course, and some of you guys are like, well, who cares? Like, that doesn't sound significant. Au contraire, let me tell you how significant this is. To beat out people like Jeff Walker or other big people, right? In opt-ins and in sales. Now there's a new person that all of these familiar people that they know each other, right? In these 7-figure circles, there's a new name, right? Like, who is this person beat me, right?
Damn, who is this person who just blew up on the scene?
Right, who is this person? Now, all of a sudden, what do you think that does for her? It positions her as someone to talk to. So now all these top people that she beat or was below, well, who are you? What are you doing? What do you sell? Let's have a connection call. Now she is gathering more partners for that launch that happens later on. So I love how she set herself up like that. Okay, let me do an online giveaway. Let me get in this launch, make a name for myself. Now I'm getting all these partners for that launch that happens in about 6 months. So a lot of people, I've never thought about that, right? Like you said, we'll just, do a launch. But to set yourself up like that for somebody else's launch, where you get the commissions, you get the little, and there's an opt-in contest and a sales contest as well. So not only is she getting commissions off the product, but she's getting that sales prize. She's getting that opt-in prize for those contests. So she is generating revenue for herself. But the biggest part is let's getting those huge partners to take interest with her so that she's setting herself up for a huge launch later on.
Yeah. And later, if she has another giveaway, all those speakers might want to be in her giveaway because they're like, you're legit. We'll do this with you.
Exactly. So the possibilities of her. So my thing is, a lot of people go, well, where's the money? The money comes from the level of collaboration that she just upped herself. Like that's where the money is, where the revenue is going to come from. So I never thought about that for an online giveaway, but I thought that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
So she used it as a launch pad to jump from the C list to the A list like that.
Exactly. That was so cool.
So you could use it to seed your own launches, but you could use it to seed affiliate launches, create a bunch of cool friends, bring them along for your next launch. And I've seen people too, when they're doing collaborations like this, all of a sudden they're getting invited to speak on podcasts and they're getting interviewed for things. And they're all of a sudden they're like being invited to all these things, which is amazing.
And the thing is, a lot of people understand when you're in those types of environments with these bigger people, they have a huge list. So you need something to fight back with. Like you need a big list, and it's just having that huge surge of leads, that huge list power, just that punch right before that is huge. Again, I've never thought about that but when I saw it, I'm like, that's really cool.
Yeah. I think of collaborative events, whether it's a summit, like an interview style summit, or whether it's a giveaway, I think of it as like the jet fuel in the airplane that gets it off the ground, because you need a lot of speed before that moment of liftoff, right? It's like the jet fuel that gets you the speed you need, basically.
It is.
Yes. And I love that. And so not only can it set you up for success for your own launches, it can set you up to win affiliate launches, even if you start as a complete nobody.
Yeah.
It can fuel just about anything that you want to put into super speed, basically. And it grows your network and it grows your credibility. And from what I understand in talking with you behind the scenes, it's just fun.
It really is.
It really is. And I know from hosting, collaborative events myself, one of the nice things that I'm sure you've started to experience as well, especially with how often you and your husband move, is that once the team learns how it works, the team can do 90% of the work. It's not like you're the one doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah, which is so amazing. I love that. I love that. Well, now I'm sure everyone in the audience is like, what? We need to do this. And I know you have a free gift that can help people get started with their first giveaway if they're having that light bulb moment of realizing, like, this is my next point of focus. This is what I've been looking for. Hallelujah. So tell us a little bit about that free gift.
So the giveaway blueprint. So I go into why you would want to host an online giveaway. We talked a little bit about it, but I go a little deeper into why. Yeah. We talk about when. We talk go a little deeper in the free gift. But what you'll love about it is I'm giving you the 5 tools you need as well to do it. And I'm going way in depth and especially talking a little bit about the tools that I use.
Yeah.
And why you don't want to use some other things. So basically, I've turned this blueprint into, hey, here are the things you need to do to literally, like you said, a little bit of jet fuel to get you off the ground. So at least that if you're like, well, I don't know, if you're skeptical, at least you know what you're getting into with this guide, right? And I really wanted to put something together that gives people this good bird's eye view, this big window of possibility to go, okay, and then you can make that decision based on the information that's in the blueprint.
I love that. I love that. So you guys, if you want the perfect giveaway blueprint, there'll be a button somewhere around this video nearby. Just click the button. It'll be in there. Okay. So definitely scoop that up. If you're realizing this is your next big move this year and you can't wait to dig in, definitely scoop that up. Now I know for the VIP ticket holders, you have something extra special. Do you want to tell us about that one?
Yes, the workshop. So the workshop that I do, so I love doing this workshop. I do it once or twice a year. And it's basically how bare bones, how to do your own online giveaway. Like totally bare bones, the minimum you need. And I remember the first time I did this workshop, I was like, okay, it's a little workshop. And would you believe someone actually took my advice and did it and do their own online giveaway and added over 1,000 opt-ins with the information that I did from this workshop. And I'm like, how did you do it? He goes, I just followed what you said in the workshop. I just did exactly what you told me to do. And then it's funny because that person joined the workshop the next time. And I'm like, aren't you guys successful? And he's like, but I didn't get it. I didn't get everything, and did it. And not only was he able to do that, but almost doubled his opt-ins the second time he took that workshop. So if you're serious, like you got the blueprint, right? And you're like, okay. And you're like, I think I want to do this. The workshop is going to be the best. But like I said, I've had this person take the information and run with it and do their own online giveaway, which I think is amazing that you can do that with this workshop.
And I mean, just listening to the super cool example about like pre-seeding an affiliate launch, like just imagine if you leverage this strategy properly and you systematized it the way Kristen has done, right? What could happen in your business? Like it really is one of those things where it's like, it kind of gets the top of your scalp tingly a little when you start thinking about the possibilities.
And the other thing I want to note is, for some of you are like, well, I don't help people make money. That's okay, because the person I just talked about who took it, he helps real estate investors. Okay. Like, it's just like, it's not like online business coaching money thing. I mean, I was like, real estate investors? Really? He's like, yeah, that's what I did. I grew my list with people who want to invest in real estate. And I'm like,
it works. I would imagine any niche where people have questions about how to accomplish something, it's going to work, because all the free gifts that speak to how to do this or how to do that or how to do the other thing, right? It could work in almost any niche. As long as everyone coming together is in the same niche, you're good to go.
Yeah. So some of you were like, well, I don't know if it's going to work in mine. I have clients who do personal development who have done this. I have one client, she's a confidence coach, and she uses our giveaway once a year to grow her list.
Yeah.
I have another client who is a business coach, ready for this, for health coaches. So she only does health coaches. Yeah. And that's it. That's her niche. Like, she does not health coaches. Yeah. And it helps with her membership, right? So it doesn't even matter how your niche or how niche down you are. I mean, like I said, if someone has questions or that person wants to get to know more about that thing, an online giveaway is a really good way.
You can absolutely leverage it. Well, I love that. What a great gift, you guys. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Impactful Entrepreneur Show. If you found amazing value here, like, subscribe, and leave us a review to help other people find the high value content that we share, and find us on social media so we can continue the conversation. See you in the next episode.